As I say, family and friends, it's time for the time-honoured speeches that take place at every wonderful wedding. And today's no different, and I'd like to please welcome the father of the bride, Mr. Perry Curry.
Thank you very much, everybody. If I do start to cry, which I probably will do, I'm already sitting here trying not to cry, but I do apologise and I'll just carry on with it. Okay? So, good afternoon, everybody. May I just introduce myself to you all, people who obviously don't know me here, quite a few of you. Perry, Jessica's dad. And may I, Marisol, welcome you all to Jessica and Ryan's wedding. I don't know, but personally I thought it was absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for both of you. Although it's not quite the occasion we had actually planned, I really do hope everybody has a great time, enjoys themselves. I know it's a little bit difficult with all the social distancing and stuff, but you know, just try and enjoy ourselves basically. Sinead, Tanya, Sinead? I don't know where Sinead is. Well, okay, we'll forget Sinead. Tanya, you look beautiful, but Sinead, when you come back, also she did as well, obviously. Isabella Harrison, I can't see either. Oh, she's gone with. Oh, okay. Isabella as well. You look absolutely beautiful, and you did an amazing job today. Honestly, you look gorgeous. Okay. So this is a bit that's going to be a little bit difficult for me. Okay, Jessica. Firstly, can I say as well, you look absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Okay, thank you. When I saw you today in your dress, I just couldn't believe where the years have gone. You're truly grown up into a beautiful, strong, confident young woman, which I'm quite happy to take a little bit of credit for, to be honest with you. Okay? But seriously, when we came to England, when you're only 16 years old, speaking hardly any English at all, your mum and I were really worried about how you were settled in, but that was definitely unnecessary. Although things were tough for you, as with everything you do in life, you gave it 110%. You settled in so well at school, even becoming deputy head girl after the first year. You picked up the language quickly too. Well, I'm not sure where you got your strange American accent from. I really don't know. Okay, and as for your English sayings, well, Ryan, I'm sure you're going to back me up on this. Yeah, but you really come out with some strange ones. Let me just give you all a few examples, okay? All right? Okay. What did they expect? A walk in the path? Yeah. This is a good one, okay? Right. Trees don't come from the ground. I'm not even sure what that's meant to mean. Okay? Right. Okay. And she says it so seriously as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like she believes this. Okay. All right. Okay. Can I throw something into the spanner? Okay. And best one of all, I think I have the gift of the gaff. Yeah, you really do, okay? I think you need to keep working on them, okay? Sinead, sorry to embarrass you now, but just want to say also you look beautiful today, okay? A lovely job. And Harrison as well, you were gorgeous, okay? They'll explain to you later why I've just said that to you, okay? My only complaint was that as a big sister, you were not much help. No, she wasn't. Every time your mum went out, it was like party time in the house. Yeah. Tanya and Josh could do anything they wanted to. And the amount of videos I've seen over the years of all the silly things you three have got up to still amazes me. I think, Kerry, you'll probably back me up on that, won't you? Yeah, between the both of you, thanks very, very much. Okay? I wasn't sure about inviting you to the wedding. Okay? No, I'm pleased you're here. Okay. And no, the kids weren't allowed to eat that much popcorn. Okay? I won't go into any detail to spare Tanya and Josh any embarrassment, but the video where Josh was doing his football celebration is still engraved in my mind. Okay? You really are a credit to us, the way you have applied yourself to everything you do. I still remember when you had your first car, I made you wash it in the freezing cold just to make you appreciate the things you have. Yeah, I'm a hard father, let me not tell you, okay? Okay. But you never complained, even though you were mad at me, you just got on with it. Just let you know, your mother didn't talk to me for a week after. All I can say is I'm so proud of what you achieved. I still find it hard to believe that slightly rebellious teenager has grown into a responsible woman who always has time for us all and is happy to put herself out to do anything she can for us, especially for Tommy. That's the dog, by the way. Yeah. You're always so much fun to have around, and although you are a little bit loud, you're not loud. Nothing makes me happier than walking into the house and hearing your laughter. Anyway, enough about you. Let's talk about Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. What can we say? No, I'm only joking. Okay. As any father of a girl would tell you, it's very hard when you realise that the most important man in their life isn't you anymore. But after getting to know you, I'm so pleased that Jessica has chosen you to spend her life with. You're kind, funny, good looking. That's what Jess said. I will admit. I'm still not too sure about it. Right? And I don't think I've ever met anybody who is always in such a good mood. And that's true. Looking at how well you have put up with Jess and her hormone swings in the last couple of months, you really must love her. Both myself and Marisol are delighted that you are becoming part of our family. And may I just thank your parents, Denise and Liam, for raising such a fine young man. And can I also thank you both for welcoming Jessica into your family as well with open arms. Although it's been a difficult time over the last year and a half to get together, hopefully now we can get to spend a little bit more time getting to know each other. I'm shaking, by the way. Yeah. I'm doing it, thank you very much. Yeah, Liam, don't laugh because you're up there. All right. Jess, soon you're going to be a mother yourself, and I only hope that your daughter gives you as much pride and happiness as you have given us.
No one knew it was a daughter.
The end. I'm so sorry. Do you know what? I didn't even. Okay. Okay. Yeah. By the way, it's a girl. Okay. Just in case anybody can catch on to that. Okay? God, I messed that up, didn't I? I only had one thing to do, and that was it. You know, fine. Okay. Lost my place now. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, so I'll just go back on that one, okay? All right. Jess, soon you're going to be a mother yourself. I really hope that your daughter gives you as much pride and happiness as you've given us. It's such an exciting time for you both, starting your lives together and soon welcoming your first child. The Mum and I really wish you all the best in your new life together as husband and wife. And if I could give you just one bit of advice, it's this. Marriage isn't a competition. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. And whenever you're right, shut up. Jess, it's true. Okay. And Ryan, always put your jacket on. Sorry, private joke here, but okay. Jess, I'm going to say it to you one more time. You're absolutely beautiful today. Okay? And thanks for making us so proud of the woman you have turned into with lovely heart. If we can all just raise our glasses. Sorry. If we can all just raise our glasses to a toast to Ryan and Jessica.
Ryan and Jessica.
Thank you very much.
Well, no, que te me encantó, gracias.
¿Te gustó?
Me encantó. Sí, tú hizo maravilla.
Thank you very much indeed, Mary. And now it's the time for one of the most awaited speeches at any gathering such as this. And that's the time to welcome our best man, Mr. Tony Marino.
Come on. It could have been shorter, it could have been worse.
Yeah, at least you've not told them what sits the shoulder.
Well, no, that's line number 2. That's it there. Shit. Yeah. Oh, that's very loud. So I guess, how am I going to follow that? I was hoping for less. I shouldn't really say that after only knowing you for a few days. But we'll go into it as we start. I'm going to be looking at my phone a lot. I didn't prepare a bit of paper or anything like that. I feel like I'm going to be doing it one of these ones. So I don't know, there's half the people in the room that I don't actually have met this evening. I've been asked about how my sister was a couple of times. I think they thought I was you. So, I mean, it's wonderful because I wish I looked as young as you do now, but I don't. So for everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Tony. Obviously, following on from Perry was not my first choice. However, I just wanted to say to everyone, there's 50 of us here today, so congratulate yourselves for all making the final 50. Thank you. But I think genuinely these guys have had a pretty horrible couple of weeks thinking what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. So I know that they've made some really difficult decisions. That table at the back, you guys are lucky to be here, is all I can say. Needless to say, obviously we've had bridesmaids, we've had page boys, we've had page girls who all look beautiful. Thank you for stealing that little bit, Perry. But we're all here today to celebrate in a lovely venue. The weather's holding out, so let's all get out, have a really nice night, get outside, and let's deal with the circumstances that we're all facing with an open arm, yeah? It's been more than 20 years since the first day that I met Ryan, and it's been really difficult trying to work out how you can summarise all of that time into a speech that's going to last less time than Perry's, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, just a tiny bit. I read a thing about the perfect amount of time, so too long. Yeah, I've got nothing else to go. Oh no. That'll come. Slow down. So the very first day that I met Ryan, we were on the bus on the way to school. And Ryan turned up. He's getting a bit larger nowadays. But at the time, he looked more like his athletic father at the end there. And the straight-laced, skinny young man got on the bus with the biggest rucksack I have ever seen. Scrawled across it was Billabong. You remember that? Yeah. And he looked proud as punch after just travelling to Australia, I guess, to see family. But I don't really know what he was looking forward to with his first day of school because it looked more like a 24-hour flight, the amount of stuff he had in that bag. It was only a couple of days later after being at school that I didn't really know you before school, so it was a sort of brief introduction. However, in one of our first lessons, I learned more about the Kilty name. A certain teacher had known 3 generations of Kilties. She was very worried, I feel, when she saw the name on the register. And she stated quite openly, "You're not related to Liam or Russell, are you?" Ryan, proud as punch, first couple of days, has said, "Yes, that's my dad and my uncle." Her eyes dropped. She was panicking. She definitely thought you were going to be, let's not say a chip off the old block, because she didn't want that. He definitely tried to show these traits of kiltiness throughout his days of school, let's say. Whether or not this was offering fights to celebrities outside of proms. I don't think you know about this one, Denise. Handing out stolen McDonald's vouchers from his paper round. Okay. Always the entrepreneur. And I'm pretty sure that most people have seen a couple of bright orange or purple suits to some of our parties. We'll skim all the way through school, let's say, and move to a memory of it was quite late in our school years, and it was the announcement of the head boy vote. He thought he had it in the bag. Solid grades, exemplary behaviour, the self-appointed cricket captain. I mean, it felt like you thought you were better than you were, and an all-round average footballer. He was shocked to find out it was not him. It was Phil Moss, just for the back of the room. Fortunately for everyone here, Phil is not him. Not longer in the conversation with our head of year, Mr. Edwards, Ryan found out the truth. He was a shoo-in to win the head boy. However, he was told that he needed to pick his friends a little bit better. I think that was me. But he still invited me today, so that's always good. What was that? Overall, the days of school were sort of some of the best times that we had together. We've all done our own different things since then, so we've been sort of apart for a while, which is a bit weird, but the strength that we have in our group comes back together for this sort of thing. Obviously, there's a group of people at the back. You told me you were going to cheer at that point. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Let's face it though, Kells was not the form to be in. He was held back by the rest of his form. He was an eagle, not allowed to soar. It wasn't until the end of school where he really spread his wings and he formed part of the group. And I think everyone here today will sort of see exactly what Perry said. You're one of the group, mate. You're never a sort of boring person. You're always the life of the party, and that's genuine. I think a lot of people that know you will sort of emphasise that. There's one person in particular that's not here today with our little group, and I know that he's gutted, and I think you're gutted that he's not here today. It's probably better that he wasn't here to speak because he might be worse than I am, but we've still got a little bit to go, so we'll see how that goes. But I was due to split the rest of the duties today with Paul, who's stuck in New Zealand. Like I say stuck, but he's loving life in New Zealand. However, I know that obviously him being here is sort of a bit of a kick in the face, really. But if he would have been able to make it, he knows he would. Paul, that's more commonly known as Gaston to the rest of the group, also has a really good way with words, and he sent me a little bit to say today. It's all right. Ryan and Jess, I'm so sorry that I can't be here to share in the special day and see you guys pledge yourselves to each other. I have to say, I'm proud of you both for choosing to publicly share your love and commitment to each other in such hard times. I'm sure it's been so difficult for you both to organise and reorganise and cancel and change what a beautiful day that we're going to all celebrate together. And I'm sorry that the restrictions being what they are haven't maybe allowed you to have the day you quite envisioned. I've known Ryan for a very long time. I've been lucky to see him blossom into a kind, generous, joyful person. Where's that gone? Sorry. I've lost where I am, I think. But I said it was going to get better, or worse. He's definitely someone that brings smiles to people's faces and the life of the party, and always a person that you want to be around. I know everyone that knows him well will agree when I say we're lucky to have you as a friend and part of our group. Our philosophy lessons, with possibly two of the least qualified, the most racist and sexist teachers, would have definitely been way less fun if I weren't sat together with you. Everyone has that certain friend that you can just look at and laugh, and you spend your entire time trying to continually not laugh at our head teacher making horrible remarks about people. That was my relationship with Ryan throughout school. Unfortunately for me, I've not yet had the pleasure of meeting Jess in person, but I'm sure we have a long time to get to know each other in the future. I'm sure you look gorgeous today, which everyone will agree you will, and I know that you've made Ryan a very happy man. That's his love, sending his love from the other side of the world, so just a little round of applause for Paul, everyone. Since the old days of school, we've managed to have plenty of holidays, and Ryan certainly found himself in Southeast Asia, and whether or not it was banana farming in Australia. And strangely, in the past year and a half, like dominoes, we've seen a string of engagements, meaning that this is the first speech of things, so it can only get better. Yeah, or hopefully not. In this time, and I say we, I mean Ryan, has taken a couple of driving tests, failed a couple of driving tests, managed to get stuck in gym equipment. But more importantly, we'll explain that. We'll explain that. But this was, normally towards the end of the gym, you'd be able to not do it. I'm pretty sure this was first exercise, yeah. But more importantly, in this time, he's brought a house and he's found the love of his life. And I think everyone in the room will definitely agree he's punching above his weight. Altogether, the past year's sort of flown past for everyone, I think. And Ryan and Jess are testament to this. Strangely, I've never seen Ryan move as quickly as anything, which makes me think one thing. He's definitely found the right person. They've gone through a lot to get to this point, and they've got a lot to look forward to in the next few months, as well as years ahead. With a new home to make their own, a little one, on their way. Yeah. Oh, I just found out today as well, so I should have changed that a bit, exactly. And I think you'll all agree, it's been a privilege to be here today, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the evening as the start of their journey together. Now, Jess is also all about poorly translated sayings. So, I'm going to do my best for everyone in the room with a hint of a Watford accent. So, Señores y señores, por favor, póngase de pie y brinden conmigo por los recién casados. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and raise a glass to the happy couple. I don't actually have a drink. I don't actually have a drink. To Ryan and Jess, everyone. That was horrible. That's not fair. That was horrible.
Thank you very much indeed, Tony Marino. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the man himself. Our groom, Mr. Ryan Gilbert.
Thank you. I can fucking relax.
Yeah, it's going to be hard now to follow two of my speeches like that, and especially when you threw the Spanish in there, Tony, thanks. He is actually Spanish as well, that's the thing they mentioned.
Wow, that was the surprise. That was the surprise.
No, it's been a nervy, I suppose, couple of weeks really, hasn't it, for everyone, because the anticipation, like last night, was it Sancho, was it Grealish? We didn't quite know. But we're through to the semis now, and everyone can look forward to coming home. Now I've actually got to get my speech out now. Yeah, thank you to both Tony and Perry there. Very nice speeches, and I know everyone's quite nervous about doing this sort of thing, so yeah, appreciate you doing that because it's not nice. But yeah, I just want to say thank you firstly to obviously Perry and Marisol. They've been a massive help to us, obviously, in planning the wedding. And actually, to today I've met them, being very welcoming to their family. I only found out quite recently, though, our meeting could have been a little bit different because me and Jess, when we first met, we obviously kept things quite to ourselves. And the poor Perry was over in Spain, weren't you, on holiday, I think, lying by the pool, and he had his Ring doorbell go off, and he saw my fat head going into his house. Which, yeah, it might not have been quite the first the first meeting we wanted. So thankfully, Marisol stepped in and sort of diverted the call that Jeff was going to get, or me talking to Perry trying to explain what I was doing in his house, which wouldn't have gone down to. Yeah, I was actually doing a favour. I think we're doing towels, but yeah. So, but since the day I've met you, you've been so welcoming and. For me, and it means quite a lot that you welcome me so open-armed. I would like to say obviously thank you as well for planning the wedding. I I've got to admit, everything that's good about this room is Perry's doing. There's everything. Honestly, everything. Flowers, tablecloth. I think me and Jess, we were given 2 tasks. You might notice that the candy has the date the 7th of July as our wedding day, which I've already mucked up the anniversary already and haven't got married yet. And you might also notice that the menus were sort of standing menus, because Jess said we were having salmon for starter, and we were not. You should check the menu to tell you what we're actually having, but that we found that out 2 days ago, didn't we? Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find my place now. I've gone a bit off key there. Essentially, you've been obviously a huge help to us from the start. Even helping us move houses, look at houses. Perry taught us how to bleed a radiator. If you don't know this one, me and Jess were bleeding the radiator, and we were saying there's so much water coming out, it's crazy. Nearly emptied the water tank. No, but obviously, since I met you, you've been so, it can be difficult meeting the in-laws, but you made it so easy for me, and I'm genuinely so happy that I've met a family like you guys and a part of the family, and thank you for that, because it's always odd, isn't it? It's always odd. Marisol, I think for you as well, and Perry, owe a lot of thanks for obviously raising Jessica the way she is. I can see by the way you are with each other that you've got a fantastic relationship, and before I met you, she used to speak about you so much and how your family were, and I could see it from the first minute I met you guys, and it makes me laugh because Jess is turning more and more into you every day. She literally chases me out of the house with a jacket now. She's morphing into you, but that puts me at ease though, because you're such a good mother, and having a daughter with Jess. I know Jess is going to be a great mother with a role model like you, and I've got no doubt about that. So thank you, Marisol. Whilst I'm thanking the parents, I'd like to thank my own parents. Your support and love over the years has been amazing. Dad, I feel blessed to have a dad like you. The definition of what a dad should be, really. So all my friends always comment about how good our relationship is. We go to the golf together, holidays to Las Vegas, whatever it might be. But the only, I'll always take your advice and things on board. But the only thing I've sort of stayed away from now is the fashion sense. Because the last time I went to buy a suit with my dad, he somehow talked me into buying a white linen suit with a pink shirt. Something from Miami Vice. You remember that suit, guys? Yeah, I wore it to prom. Yeah, so thankfully Jess came shopping with me this time, so well, God knows what I would have ended up wearing. Incredible dad, so thank you so much. And Mom, for you, you've been an amazing mother over the years. I know I can talk to you about absolutely anything, which, for a son to have his mother's, fantastic. Although saying that, I know, again, I mentioned before, when me and Jess, started dating, we kept things sort of quite, played our cards close to our chest, and my mum was getting a little bit worried about me, thinking, what's he up to? What's going on? And one evening, she finally sort of, got her hands on me, so to speak, and started interrogating me about what's wrong with me. And I think some of the accusations that flew out were, was I a gambling addict, and I had people after me. I don't know where that came from. Crazy. Was I a drug addict? Was one that came out, and then you said, "Son, are you a homosexual?" Which was bizarre. I don't know. I was spending a lot of time in the office of Gary and Jack. I don't know where that came from, but then I told her about Jess, and it wasn't so bad, was it? So, but I know that when I first introduced you to Jess, my dad told me after that you said literally after the first time that I ended up marrying Jess. So you were right about that. So good thing to be right about of all those lists, I suppose. But Yeah. Yeah, so, for everyone else, on behalf of Jess and I'd like to thank you all for being here today. I know a lot of you have travelled very far from Miami and Spain and Washington. Those are glamorous. Sunderland, yeah. Tring, where else? Hackney Wick, I know. Yeah. No, but it means a lot to us because, as times like you mentioned before about COVID and times are as they are, it's difficult for people to get about, and I know you put a lot of effort into coming, so thank you for coming. Yeah. And there are also, like you said, a lot of family and friends who couldn't be here today, so we're missing uncles and aunties and friends and cousins and joint best men and so on. But Jess did want me to give a special mention to Tommy, who couldn't be here. And as Perry mentioned earlier, that's the family dog. He's basically my main love rival, and we all fight for Jess's attention. So I know you're very sad he's not here, but you'll see him tomorrow, I suppose. And I also want to say thank you for Tony and Josh for helping out today. I know Josh did his reading and Tony did his fantastic speech. So really appreciate your efforts. Josh, you're a lovely man. Really incredible guy. And I know Jess is so proud of you, and I'm really proud to call you my brother now as well. So, thanks, Josh. I know. Sorry, Josh. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. And I'll move on quick. Tony, thanks for being best man. I know you've been nervous about giving this speech for a while. He's been scratching his beard all week at work, all week. But yeah, you've been a great best man. I mean, every day at work I've been moaning to you about COVID and what's happening, and he's done that with great patience and put up with that for a long time. So yeah, I appreciate it. You mentioned about the first time we met, actually. It's not often you remember meeting someone in secondary school, but I do remember meeting Tony for the first time because he was wearing, you were wearing white trainers. And I remember thinking, he's naughty. He should be wearing school shoes. And so I remember the first time I met you waiting for the bus. So 20 years later, you're still here. So yeah, thanks, mate. And again, I want to thank you to Isabella and Harrison, my niece and nephew. You did a fantastic job there today, guys. Thank you so much for doing the flowers and carrying the rings. I felt they were very secure in Harrison's grasp. You did really good, mate. And I'd also like to thank the bridesmaids, Tanya and Sinead. Thank you for helping Jess stay so calm today. You can give me pointers on that a little bit later. And Jess and I are really grateful to have you as our sisters. Anyone who has a little sister will know, what a joy they are. Bringing so much happiness. No, but you've been a big part of, obviously, both of our lives, and we're both very proud of the women that you've, sort of turned into, and excellent people. So, love you a lot. And I'm sure you'd agree they both look lovely today. Yeah, very beautiful. Second to Jess, obviously, but definitely beautiful. Let's have a look. One sec. The phone was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. I'd like you all to actually raise a glass for Tanya and Sinead. Can you? Sorry, let me grab my. Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, so to the bridesmaids, Tanya and Sinead. Cheers.
Tanya and Sinead.
Okay, so it wouldn't be much of a speech, obviously, if I didn't thank my beautiful bride, Jess. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I can really say, but you look incredible today. It's hard to fight back the tears when you were walking down the aisle today, and I didn't think you could look any more incredible than you normally are, but you obviously managed to do it somehow. So you look amazing, really beautiful. I think everyone would say, yeah. Woo. I honestly feel like the luckiest man in the world to have met you. We've come a long way since we used to bump into each other outside the toilets in Clarendon Road.
Sounds so good, right?
Yeah, that's how we met. Jess used to think there's something wrong with me because she used to catch me off guard. I'd have my headphones in and I'd sort of bump into her, and to be honest, I was quite nervous because she's very beautiful, and I used to jump like sort of like this. I used to move around a lot on Twitch. I don't know. I shouldn't be nervous. But yeah, thank God she put up with my oddities, and you put up with that, and we spoke for longer than a minute. And then I realised that you aren't just amazingly beautiful, but you're just amazing all round. You make me laugh like no one else does. You're so kind and caring. I knew straight away that I wanted to be around you all the time. And it didn't take much longer to know I wanted to marry you. And then here we are, a few years later, and yeah, it's happened. So I'm very grateful. I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together and feel as lucky as I do today, every single day. I'm so excited to see where our lives take us and what adventures we have. I feel so blessed that you married me and we're about to have a little baby together. And I promise that I'll love you both more than anything else in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in raising a glass to my beautiful, funny, amazing, caring, splendid, exceptional wife, Jessica. Jessica. Cheers. And that was it, actually. I actually thought I was going in front of Tony, so my bit here says I'm going to hand you to Tony. But be warned, he's a liar. He exaggerates. Whatever he's already told you now, don't pay attention to it, okay? But thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Huh? Right?
Well, we'll go through.
Thank God that's done.